It's been 19 years since the outbreak of the Iraq War. The war began in 2003 with the US-led coalition's invasion. It ended in 2011 when the US withdrew its troops, but the aftermath lingers on. It's estimated that 1 million Iraqis died in the first 5 years of the war. For more on the ground, let's cross live to correspondent Laith Al Haydar in the Iraqi capital, Baghdad. Laith, how will people in Iraq remember this bitter occasion?
Well, the war in Iraq is like a problem to Iraqis. They're still thinking that the people, since the invasion, have divided into two groups. A group that supports the fall of the ex-regime, the other is against. And since then, and the one who's supporting the fall of the ex-regime is having like a mix of feelings. They're like a joy to get rid of the tyrant, but in the same time, it's like the feeling of getting invaded by the US forces. Now Iraqis are memorizing this war. It's like a small column in a newspaper, or maybe like a subtitle in a local media. The problem is that Iraq is still suffering from old wars. In 1980 against Iran, in 1990 the Desert Storm, and the recent one, 2003, Iraqis have given lots of casualties and suffering the consequences of these wars. And the lack of security, the system is poor, and still people are suffering from poverty and utilities. The problem that Iraqis are not really remembering the date of the war because it's not been over yet.
Thank you very much. Correspondent Laith Al Haydar in Baghdad. So what was the rationale for the US invasion into Iraq in 2003? Washington made its case based on a claim that was proven by weapons inspectors to be false.
In March 2003, the U.S. invaded Iraq. The U.S. invaded Iraq amid claims of weapons of mass destruction that UN inspectors believed had been destroyed.
The gravity of this moment is matched by the gravity of the threat that Iraq's weapons of mass destruction pose to the world.
Like the Kosovo War, opponents declared the war illegal because it had no UN authorization. Since the invasion, hundreds of thousands of people have been killed. Weapons used by the United States included depleted uranium that continues to pollute cities and deserts. A year and a half after an Iraqi parliament resolution demanding that U.S. and other foreign troops leave the country, there are still 2,500 U.S. troops deployed there.